are you? It is Toque weather now in southern New Brunswick. Apparently we got a fair amount of snow yesterday and it's still here. It is what it is. Who thought I'd see snow for Halloween, but here we are. So a whole bunch of people are asking me questions yesterday about what's exactly involved in gastric bypass surgery. So I drew some pictures so I could show you what's involved. And then I've got a question for you, if I remember, when we're done. So let me see if I can show this to you. You should still be able to hear me okay. So this up here is a normal stomach. So you've got your food coming in here into your stomach, and then it keeps going out and down into your intestines. So that's how normally things work. So this is what happens. This is the type of surgery I had. It's called a Roux-en-Y, and you'll see why it's called that in just a second. So the first thing they do is they make this lovely thing that they call a gastric pouch. I always call it a pooch for some reason, but so they make this tiny little pouch. What they do is they use staples. That's what these little lines are supposed to be. So they basically staple your stomach, creating this tiny little pouch, and then the rest of your stomach is still here. It just doesn't receive food anymore. That's all. So what they do then, this is where the Y comes in. So they take your intestines down here, so this part, and they split it. So they take one limb and they attach it to the pouch. So now you've got a clear line, so your food comes in, into your pouch, goes through this little, over here, and down. That's the bypass. And you can see here's where the Y comes in, because this looks like a Y here. Then they take another piece, and your stomach's still here, right? So it still has to be connected. So it's connected here as well. So you get all these staples here, and here, and here, where they reattach things. It's a lot. And my question, this is what I was thinking about this morning, because I can't even tell you how many people said to me that this was the easy way out. And if you think that's easy, it's a bit crazy. So for perspective, that little pouch, when you first have your surgery, if I remember correctly, they say it's about the size of an egg. It's really small. That's my microwave going off. It's just a timer. So it's really, really small. So again, for perspective, when you first, this is one of the things they don't tell you. So they do tell you that, you know, it's small and it gets a little bit bigger as it heals and things, and you get a kind of a diet plan for the first little while. Just basically, you're on liquids to start and then soft food and things like that. But what they don't tell you is in the hospital, you know those little measured medicine cups that sometimes you either get liquid medicine in, or you might get your pills in it when you're in the hospital, and you take them from there. So once you're, you know, awake and up, and they've got you sitting up in a chair, they put a tray in front of you with a pitcher of water and one of those little medicine cups. And they tell you to fill up the medicine cup. I have no idea how much it holds, what, maybe 10 mils, maybe? I don't even know if it's that much. And they tell you to take the next hour to sip it. And every hour, you're supposed to refill your little medicine cup and sip it. That's all you can tolerate for the first little while. It's insane. So there you go. So never be ashamed or afraid to ask any questions that you have about the itty bitty gross details of things like this, because I'm happy to share them. It doesn't gross me out at all. And I think the more you know, the better it is, because, you know, this is like the ultimate restrictive diet. And it's, you know, it's going to work in that it can't not work, because how much food can you fit in a pouch? And then the other part of it, so it's that, is you can't get a lot of food in your stomach, but then the bypassing of that part of your intestine means you're also not absorbing a lot of nutrients, even from what you do eat. So that's why you end up with so many issues afterwards. And we can talk more about those if you want to, but I thought I'd keep it short and just give you a little bit of a graphic, because I think it helps to understand what is actually involved. And that's only one type of surgery. There are others that are more, let me see if I can explain here. So you get the sleeve surgery is a little different. So instead of making this pouch, I think what they do is they just divide the stomach, I think, basically in half. So it's still stapled, but you have a much bigger, I guess, the sleeve. But I don't know if they're even doing those as much anymore. It's not, the Rouen Y is the more successful one. It's probably also the most aggressive and, you know, more successful because it creates the most change. There you go. So if you got any more questions, fire them off. I'm happy to shed more light on this, because I think it's one of my missions in life now is to, you know, prevent people from having, not prevent you, if you know this, if you're on the track to do this and it's what you think you need to do. I just want you to know there's some other options, because I wish I had had other options presented to me 12 years when I was going through this. It would have made life very different. So have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.